Well, boys and girls, staff, and guests, each year the Mayfield family gathers on this day, Veterans Day, to honor and thank the many men and women who have given their lives for our freedom by serving in the United States Armed Forces. To begin this time, I want to ask all of you boys and girls, how many of you know someone who has served in the military? Raise your hand. How many of you have either a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or uncle who are currently serving in the service? Look around, boys and girls, at how many people in our Mayfield family have loved ones who have given of their time and committed so that each of us can have the freedoms that we enjoy as citizens of the United States. As you look around, it's very clear that there are many people who are sacrificing time away from their loved ones to keep each of us safe and to fight for freedom all across the world. Let's first start our morning with a round of applause for those actively serving in the armed forces. The Legion Honor Guard, the Sons of American Legion, the Women's Auxiliary, and the Vietnam Veterans Association. Yay! Also, I know we have several other veterans in the audience today. If you could raise your hand so we could recognize your commitment to our country at this time as well. On behalf of the Mayfield students, staff, and Mayfield families, please accept my appreciation for your commitment to protecting our country during your times of service. Also, boys and girls, as all of you know, we also currently have someone very near and dear to all of us who is serving right now. Mr. D, I'd like to share with you, I contacted him a couple days ago and asked if he had a few thoughts about Veterans Day, and he also had a message he just wanted me to read to you. So first, I'm just going to read his message to you from Afghanistan. Hey guys, I am doing well. I hope you are all doing well too. Things are really busy, but that makes the time go by faster. I am on duty and at work more hours in the day than I am off duty. That's just part of being here though. I find myself sleepy most of the time when I'm off duty. The only other thing I do is work out at the gym. The weather has started to cool off finally. It is only getting into the 70s during the day and in the 40s and 50s at night. So, that means I have to bring warm clothes with me to work, and the guys on day shift carry their warm clothes home with them. It's common for there to be a big difference in temperature from night to day in the desert. It has also been raining the past few days. When it rains in the desert, it usually floods. The ground is very hard from being so dry and baked by the sun, so the water cannot soak in as fast as the rain falls. It also creates mud on the top few inches. So right now we have some minor flooding and a lot of mud. Too bad I don't have my Jeep here to play in the mud with. For the most part, being over here is all right. The work is work. I knew what to expect. But I did not expect how much I would miss teaching and being at Mayfield. I really miss everyone. I miss the stories you guys share with me. I miss showing you guys new stuff in class. I'm counting the days until I return. The toughest part for me is being away from teaching and all of you. I got a package yesterday. It had the football that everyone signed. You guys are awesome. I am very proud of the Mayfield football team and cheerleaders. Great job on winning the championship. I wish I could have been there to see it. All the other letters, cards, and pictures are great too. They put a smile on my face when I read them. I really appreciate all the support from everyone at Mayfield. Everything you guys do does make a difference for us that are here. Then I asked Mr. D to think a little bit about what Veterans Day means to him, and this is what he said. Veterans Day used to be just another day to me. Yes, I knew it was a day that we should be honoring and thanking veterans for what they have done, but I did not truly understand it until I became a veteran myself. Some things you just cannot fully grasp until you experience it yourself. This is the case here. The sacrifices veterans make are enormous. Miss holidays, birthdays, anniversaries. The list could go on and on. We have all made a choice to be here. We made the choice to defend our country so that it may continue to be the greatest nation in the world. Even after several deployments, it is difficult to put into words how important this day is. If it were not for the veterans, our country would not be what it is today. We want to take a minute, boys and girls, to think of Mr. Denreiter as well as to remember all of our veterans. We're going to take a quick moment of silence. Mr. Wandry is the superintendent of schools. You've seen him in your classrooms already, and let's give him a welcome this morning.
Good morning, Mayfield. Thank you so much for having me here this morning. What a special day. As we think about Mr. Denreiter and other people that we love and understand how important it is that people are so far away serving our country right now, sometimes we feel sad about that, don't we? And we miss those people. But what's most important to remember about today is that this is a day to celebrate. This is a day to say thank you to veterans in our lives. Because, boys and girls, the place where Mr. D is right now, they don't have schools like we have. They don't try to educate every single little boy and every single little girl in their country. They don't have the safe and caring types of schools that we get to go to every day and enjoy. So today is a day to remember all those people like the one standing behind us that made sacrifices so we could enjoy the types of school, the school that you guys go to every single day, but also to think about people like Mr. D, because he misses us very much and wants to be back with us, and so that's really important. So if you know a veteran, and I saw a lot of hands that were raised, when you know somebody, if you can write them a letter, if you can call them, if you can tell mom and dad to call them or just say thank you, trust me, it means a lot. You know what? Mr. Wandry's dad is here today, and Mr. Wandry's dad was a veteran in the Vietnam War, and so I'd like to say thank you to him because of his sacrifice and service, I was able to go to school and go to college and have a great life for my family. So make sure that at some point today, you say thank you to one of these people that came here to celebrate with us, and on behalf of the school board and the school district, I want to say thank you to our veterans who come and share their time with our young people, because there's nothing more important that we can be doing right now. So thank you very much.
He's going to just speak on a few words to us, again, about the importance of Veterans Day.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today. Boys and girls, we're here for a reason, and I think it's been said over and over again, and that's really, the real reason we're here is to honor these guys right back here. You know, we've asked them to come out on a cold morning this morning, and they're the guys that went to work and went to fight for our country, for our rights, so that you could be here, like Mr. Wandry said, so that you can have an education and have a free country to live in. That's so important. I want to go one step further and ask, I know a lot of hands went up when they asked if you had parents or friends or people that you knew were veterans. I'm asking you to go home tonight, and if your dad's a veteran, give him a hug, give him an extra hug, and thank him for serving and thank him for fighting for the freedom that we have in our country. Or if your grandpa's a veteran, thank him. You've got to have, even the kids that didn't put their hands up, I bet you've got a neighbor or somebody that your parents know or somebody knows it's a veteran. Take a few minutes and give them a call today and thank them for their service for our country. That's so important. I'd like to challenge the teachers to maybe have you guys talk about that a little bit when you come back to school on Monday, on who you talk to, who you thank for your service to the country. But again, we're here for one reason today, and that's these folks back here. You know, a lot of these guys, as you can tell, a lot of them aren't the youngest folks in the room. A lot of these guys have fought for our country years and years ago. It's not easy for them to come out in this cold weather and stand out here behind. In fact, they certainly don't want to listen to a politician ramble on up here very long, I'm sure. But again, we're here to thank them. I think we should give them another round of applause for coming out. That's what it's all about, is thanking our service members, present and past, and those that are deceased as well. So again, thank you all for having me here today, and it's an honor to be here and an honor to have you guys here today as well. Thank you.
Boys and girls, you have your song sheets. We're going to start with the first song, My Country 'Tis of Thee. So everybody find that on your sheet, and we will start
now being folded, is a living memorial of the courageous thoughts of our comrades, the reason we came here to honor this day. The blue field represents the sky that overlooks our land and denotes the watchfulness of God the Eternal. The red stripes tell us of the blood, sweat, and tears that have been offered and conquered by our comrades' devotion to the responsible freedom of this country. The white stripes boldly proclaim the peace that help to bring to our future generations. This is our flag. This is our spiritual heritage. Receive it with the tears of our minds and the faith of our hearts.